You say what, sorry?
I don't see the join. You're making a leap from the fact that there is an organisation, or a loosely fitting organisation, which meets once a year to discuss various things.
And has done for 55 years.
Right. So, why does that seem odd to you?
Well, doesn't it seem odd to you?
Well, no. The G8 used to meet every couple of years. The G20 now meets every year. What's the big deal?
Well, the main deal is that it proves that there's no such thing as democracy, and politicians just take their orders from businessmen and bankers.
How does it prove that?
Well, do you really think that 130 senior bankers would go to meet once a year in some hotel, which is generally blanked out by the mainstream press? It's quite hard to find out about this. Just to go and have tea and biscuits, or do you not think they'd be deciding how the rest of the world was going to run for the next few years?
They're discussing how the rest of the world should run. Probably it doesn't mean they control how the rest of the world runs, does it?
Well, I would suggest it does. If the world's most powerful people go to a meeting once a year, I would suggest that would have a very significant effect on how the world is run.
Well, if it's all that mysterious, right? Why is it that the world is not being run very well?
Because that's the way that they choose to do so, for their own benefit.
For their own benefit?
Of course.
Right. Where do you get off with this stuff?
That's just fact. It's obvious.
It's not obvious at all.
It's not obvious to dumbed-down listeners of mainstream media.
Right.
But if any slightly intelligent person will look into that with their own minds, will look into it, then it is obvious. And you caught me off guard by saying that your researcher was saying that I'd have quite a long time to wait, so that's why I didn't get the link up straight away. But I have got it now.
Well, listen. Well, you're right. You're kind of knocking back your own argument, because on the one hand you're saying it's a secretive group, and then on the other hand you're telling me it's in the papers. So how secretive is the group?
Well, it is secretive. I mean, this is the first time that I've seen.
Well, how come so many people know about it?
Well, not many people know about it.
Everybody knows about it.
No, they don't.
Everybody's always going on about it.
Do a poll about how many people have heard about the Bilderberg group till tonight. I bet you 99% haven't.
99% of people listening to this show have not heard of the Bilderberg group. You don't listen to TalkSport much, do you, Paul? But listen, thank you for that piece of information. I appreciate that, but I really don't think you should be too alarmed, OK? I think you can go back to your breakfast and not worry too much about the future. OK?
I don't think so.
You don't? OK. Would you rather sit there with your tin hat on, worrying about whether there's somebody trying to track your brain?
Oh, you're using the tin hat argument now, are you?
What's the tin hat argument?
That's a Fox News trick that they always use when they have guests on there.
Yeah. Well, that's because we all get trained by the same... That's because we all get trained by the same people. We go to Rupert Murdoch's School of Mind Control.
Some people think that 9/11 was actually committed by 19 Arab terrorists. Some people actually think that 9/11 wasn't committed by the US government.
Have you got your head covered in silver foil?
Only to ignore your rubbish.
Right, OK. Bye-bye. It's 5:34. The time has come for more numpties. This is TalkSport.